So I saw Reverend Patrick about a month and a bit ago, and he asked me if I would speak today, and I said, no. And then I said, no, yes, I will, because this is a different, my comfort zone is somewhere, not here. And so I have a good opportunity to challenge those beliefs about myself. So here we are. And he said, what are you going to talk about? And I said, So, but I then decided, you know what, being awake, because I have been asleep. I've been asleep. And then I wake up. Some great new revelation pulls me from my slumber. And then I go back to sleep. And then I wake up, and every time there's beauty in the rest, and there's beauty in the awakening, and I thought I'd explore those ideas because I have been asleep. And the really good thing about being asleep is you get caught up on Netflix, and you know, that's magic right there. But our bodies need rest every day, so I'm guessing that my consciousness sometimes needs to rest, and I don't know how much in control I've been of those restful times. I find for me, when I fall away from who I really am, is when I start to kind of shed a little bit of my consciousness, and you know, I'll change something about myself to please somebody else, and you know, I kind of start to zombie my way through life. So I'll tell you a little bit about me, because that's my favorite subject. And I'm the middle child of 3. I'm the only girl. I'm the smartest and best looking of the 3 of us. And so I have that in my favor. And hopefully they're watching this at some point. And I experienced sexual trauma when I was very young. And I believe that's when I sort of gave my voice away. Not my singing voice, that's always been a way that I express, but the idea that I have something to say that has value and that somebody wants to hear it. And it's something that I struggle with, and I feel like I've conquered it, and I'm Xena, the warrior princess, and I can just say whatever I want, and then I look to somebody for approval. Do you like what I said? Tell me I matter. And then I fall asleep. You know, there are times when I have come into my power. I've been in this teaching since 1993. I was 18 years old. Or no, I was 1993. No, I'm not going to tell you. I was 6. But I came into this teaching in 93, and honestly, I did it for the money. And I was singing at a fun game night of some sort, and this man was playing the piano, and he played a song I knew, and I came up and sang, and he asked me if I'd sing at his church, and I was like, no. I had had enough of church. I'd had enough of rejection that way. Anyway, he kept finding me, kept coming to me. Will you sing at my church? No, thank you, though. That's really nice of you to ask. And finally he said, I'll pay you $50. And I thought, well, that's a lot of beer and cigarettes. And so I started singing. And it took years for some of the messages to actually trickle in. You know, I was there for the money and the free coffee. And I had the most amazing teacher, and I didn't listen for so many years. Until one day she said, yeah, no more going out for cigarettes and drinking coffee during my talk. You have to sit right there. Oh, come on. Anyway, it took many years for the learning to sink in and the waking up. And I didn't even realize I was sleeping. And so I had other gifts, so I you know, even though I didn't think I had a voice, I felt like I can make people happy. I can make them laugh. I can be in service. I can keep their secrets. I can sing. But I equated singing with value. It's been just a few years where I can walk into a party without the idea that I have to entertain people. You know, especially a party of strangers, I think, they don't know how special I am. I better sing a song. And so it's a challenge for me sometimes to walk into a group of people and not be a singer. And it's weird because they like me anyway. What? And the thing about my gifts, you know, like I can be in service and I can make you laugh, is that I love doing those things. But when it comes to sharing who I really am, I have found that to be a bit dicey at times. Because I want approval, and I equate love with approval. And when I found Ernest Holmes and the Science of Mind, I had just started moving away from my folks. You know, I was young, and they were such a huge influence on my life that all the decisions I made, I still filtered through, well, what would mom and dad think? And then as I became an adult and got into relationships, it just shifted from one person to the next. I've been in the same relationship for most of my adult life with many different people. And I just connect my self-worth to their approval, and it doesn't matter who it is. So if you need money, just come and ask me. I'm easy that way. But what a huge thing to place on somebody's shoulders. Love. You gotta love me. You have to approve of me. You have to tell me I matter. And then I can believe it about myself. So, my relationship, recently I got separated. And I don't know, I'm sharing that with you. I'm sure it's written down here somewhere, I'm just not paying attention. And it dawned on me, I had an epiphany that I was the only common denominator from one relationship to the next, to the next, to the next. And each relationship was a little bit different in varying degrees of tension and being uncomfortable. But the one thing that was the same in all of them was the way I behaved. And when I would go to end the relationship, my partners would be so surprised. But we're happy. This is beautiful. What are you talking about? We're perfect together. And I thought to myself, how can we be perfect together when I'm miserable? How can you be happy? And then when this last relationship shifted, I realized that of course my partners are happy. I'm doing everything I can to fit into a mold that they don't even know they placed in front of me. And I'm giving myself away minute after minute and decision after decision. And so they're having their needs met. And I am emptying myself of whatever I am. Only took 45 years. Beautiful. I have plenty of time. But that's a high price to pay for love. Because I was just, my currency was giving away my identity. And unwittingly lying to every person in my life by becoming what I thought they wanted from me. And my partner had said, you know, the person I fell in love with isn't this person. And it's true, because when they fell in love with this person, I was me. And then I tried to become they and whatever they had. So it's a beautiful thing. It's a pattern keeping, like, bleh. You're gonna rewind that and delete that bit, right? You can't, but that's all right. It's a pattern that I keep repeating. or I've kept repeating up until now, and it's beautiful because I can see the magic in the pattern. So it's been beautiful, it's been hard, it's been heartbreaking, and it has been all mine, and it brought me here, and that's what I'm grateful for. So, Danny, right? It's not Danny. But what is your name? Daniel. Danny to me, we're that close. Daniel told you that I was on a television show last year, The Launch, and on that show I met with some lovely folks, and one of whom was Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue. Now, the night before I met Nikki Sixx, one of the producers came into my dressing room and says, "Your mentor for tomorrow is Nikki Sixx." And I went like this. Ah. I didn't know who Nikki Sixx was. I knew who Motley Crue was, so when he said, "Oh, the bass player Motley Crue," oh, okay, yeah, so cool. Then I went home and listened to as much Motley Crue as I could. It didn't do me any good. It's not like we ever talked about any of his songs, but I did my audition, and he said something along the lines of, "I can't think of any negatives. Tell me something that has been a negative in your path." And I thought, oh, okay, well, good an opportunity. And about 50 lies came through my head, and then the truth popped out of my mouth, which was, I believe that my own belief about my body gets in the way of my success. You know, my size. I'll never be rich and famous and super famous because nobody looks like me who does that. And I said, but the belief is not valid anymore because I'm here. I'm right here. And I wouldn't be. Anyway, he said, you know, you could be a hero because there are more people in the world who feel and look like you do than who look like Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift or any number of skinny bitches, actually, I think he said. And I'm so glad there's no crucifix in here. I'd be in. There we go. Anyway, he said he'd like to hear that song. So I went into my little writing space, and this is what I came up with. Was a little girl ripped in two 'cause of something no grown man should ever do. So I built a wall, pound by pound. Little girl lost, lost girl never found. Shed my skin, free myself from all the lies that chain me to this hell. Shed my skin, free myself. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day. Now the time has come to be really real. Face the anger I was too afraid to feel. Take a breath, feel the sting. Let go of the reasons why I'm too fat to be seen. Shed my skin, free myself from all the lies that chain me to this hell. Shed my skin, free myself. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day. Like gravity, you'll feel my power, then come running straight to me. I am a force, like wind and rain. Hey, 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 hey. You know my name. You know my name. Peel off the mask till I'm blood and bone. Free my demons, free my voice, free my soul. Shed my skin, free Thank you. Oh, wow. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. I should have saved from that for last because it's only downhill from there. I just realized I already talked about the next thing I was going to talk about. I had some guilt about sleeping through my life a bit. I don't anymore. Because I know that where I am today is where I'm meant to be. Whatever path it took to get here, then that's the path it took. And I'm grateful for that. So, I'm going to sing another song. There's more than one road to every destination. There's more than one path to any place you go. And the clearest way for me might be the wrong road for you. Different paths, but you get to choose. 'Cause there's more than one road, more than one road. There's more than one road to get you where you're going. We are all unique expressions of an ever-present spirit. It's in all that we are, and in every voice you hear it. There's only one life, but how you live, that's your decision. Be carried along, or you can choose to have a vision. 'Cause there's more than one road, more than one road. There's more than one road, get you where you're going. And it isn't how you get there that's the measure of your worth. For there are as many paths to God as there are people on this earth. There's more than one road, more than one road. There's more than one road to get you where you're going, to get you where you're going, get you where you're going. So, about all those relationships I was in, that was all the same relationship. It blew my mind that there were two different relationships being experienced at one time, an imbalance. And so within those relationships, I gave all that I could. Whether it be in a romantic relationship or relationship with family, brothers, sisters, mom and dad. I gave what I could. I gave all that I had, and I lost myself. And it's because I didn't feel I'd be heard if I spoke. It was easier, I thought, to compromise who I am and what I might want in life than it would be to say what I wanted, speak my truth, and then have it ignored. That would just confirm what I believed in the first place. And so I just perpetuated that belief. But at least I didn't have to have it confirmed. And it was a wake-up call when my relationship split up in October. And it took such a drastic change for me to open my eyes and see life again. And it's been such a blessing. Because I spent so much time wishing I had done things differently. Wishing that, I could go back in time and just change that one thing. And spending my existence doing that. And I decided to do things now. And it's amazing when I've been in this teaching a long time. I have my practitioner's license, and I still fall asleep, and I still have epiphanies, and I'm so grateful for those experiences. Anyway, I wrote a song about that very thing. And it just dawned on me, I keep falling back on music, which is my comfort zone, so there you go, another epiphany. Stay for the next service and I'll just read the words to every song. And wish I had memorized your hands or the lines that frame your smile. Wish I had breathed in every moment when your lips touched mine. Wish I had spoken more from love and listened without guessing. Focus less on hurt and a little more on blessings. Oh, regrets, so useless, but it's real. The sweet ache of loving you is an ache I'm glad to feel. Wish I'd shed myself and not try to fit you like a glove. But that part of us is over, and what's left behind is love. Time to show the world I'm a one in a million one. Shine my light. Time to outshine the sun, time to do the things that make my heart fly, make my blood run. It's time now to do the things I wish I'd done. Wish I had been a better mother. Wish I had soothed my inner child. Let go of my anger. Let my heart run wild. Wish I had been a better friend and a better friend to me. I wish I'd been more present and jumped in with both feet. Oh, regrets, so useless, but it's here, and the time has come to let go of everything I fear. It's time to claim the me I am and not try to fit into a mold, and to realize I'm precious and too valued to be sold. It's time to show the world I'm a 1 in a million one. Shine my light. It's time to outshine the sun. Time to do the things that make my heart fly, make my blood run. It's time now to do the things I wish I'd done. Dance in the firelight, up with all my might. So naked at midnight, that's what I'm gonna do. Be grateful and be kind. Say what's on my mind, 'cause I can't hit rewind. It's time to show the world I'm a 1 in a million one. Shine my light. I'm gonna outshine the sun. It's time to do the things that make my heart fly, make my blood run. It's time now to do the things I wish I'd done. Things I wish I'd done. Oh, hello, Facebook Live. So, as I've already confessed, I am 45. I don't know why that happened to me, but actually I'm okay with it. 45. I have lots of gray hair, and I like it, so there's a bonus right there. Anyway, I'm 45 now, and I've decided to live my life for me. And it's not always easy. Aw, thanks. It's not always easy. It wasn't easy before either. You're right. I find myself trying to wrap my mind around, how my parents and friends will perceive something that I've done. And then I stop myself and I breathe. And I start over. And I breathe. So I'm in my 40s, and my living room is full of Lego. Lego Star Wars mostly. We have Millennium Falcon, the R2-D2, a couple of little X-Wings. I love it. I walk into my living room, and I'm like this. I love it. Every year, my children and I, we put together a Lego Christmas village, because every year Lego comes out with a new one. And Lego, if you're watching, sponsorship. They come out with a new one, and so we put up all of the previous years. We've got 7 years worth of Lego Village. And this year is the firehouse and the fire truck. And we had such a good time putting it together as a family. And I go to other people's homes, and I see their beautiful treasures they've collected through their life, African masks and wooden carvings, and I think, there's no evidence that there's a grown-up living in my house. And I love it. It's like my inner child is finally getting a chance to play, The healing has begun just by accepting who I am. And I find it hard. I sure do sometimes. There are decisions that I've made that I know cause other people discomfort. And I have to understand that that's their discomfort, and they're welcome. They're welcome to experience their discomfort. And it's okay for me to experience the discomfort of their discomfort and just, you know, come to realize that the people I love in my life, I will always love. And I might get mad. I might get angry and just frustrated with the behaviors of other people. But I still love them. And I have to understand that people probably feel the same way about me. You may not like what I do, but maybe you still love me. And I don't have to equate your approval to the measure of your love. And so I feel very expressed when I walk in my home. Actually, it looks like Christmas came into my house and puked. That's... I have my children every other week, and I swear I pile on a week's worth of Christmas decorations the weeks that I don't have them, so that they come home and are like, I think they think I'm in trouble. But the part, as I said, the hardest part for me is accepting that other people might not like what I have to say or do. And to still feel whole and within myself. And not question my own reasoning. That I was given the same intuition that any other person was given. And if I listen, I'll know the right path for myself. And part of that is knowing that I am one with the one. And here's a song about that. Closer than a heartbeat, closer than the breath in your lungs, closer even still than the pulse within my veins. I am, closer than a lover or a child. I'm part of every person, kind and wild. I am everything you are. I'm the wish and I am the star. I am, I'm the oak that's climbing skyward. I'm a dandelion seed. Every broken heart, every good deed, every kind word spoken, every tear that's cried. I'm that little whisper that won't be denied. All that ever was or will ever be, passion, truth, and love, and lasting peace. I am everything you see. I am you and you are me. I am, I am, I am. spirit, the one mind. I am laughter, I am divine. Thank you. All right. So, I have a lot of work to do. And to me, being awake, I like it better than being asleep. That's good. But it gives me so many reasons to be grateful. When I'm awake, I see the world through love-colored glasses. And blessings are revealed every moment, and I look for them. When I'm asleep, I don't quite do that. So, to find the blessing, to be grateful, and to live in hallelujah. I think I'm running out of time, aren't I? No? Do I have time to do one more? Or? All right. I'm going to do Freebird, and it's only a 17-minute version. Thank you for listening and being a gentle audience to speak in front of. And yeah, I hope to see you out in the world. There's a secret chord David played, it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain, but I didn't even know the name. And if I did, tell me what's it to you? 'Cause there's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter what you heard. The holy or the broken, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I learned to touch. Told the truth, I didn't come all this way to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord a song, with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Thank you, everybody.